see. Can I sleep here with all the water? No. Anyways, we're gonna have to summon the boss and see if we can take him out on the first try. Hello everyone, Hamas28 here, and today we're back in the world of Prominence. Now, the first thing you might be noticing is our XP level is 235. So you might be wondering, James, what's going on there? That seems a little interesting, a little odd, one might say. And you would be absolutely right in that. Where's my blaze powder? Wait, it's powder, right? Yeah. Do I have another one? I do. So, from last episode, as you remember, we maxed out our enchanting table, which gets us access to... Oh, let me do something unenchanted. Do I have anything I can enchant real quick? I think I could put... Yeah, there we go. That gets you to 100. And while I was enchanting stuff, I thought, man, getting to 100 is really slow, even with the Wither Skeleton farm. Even drinking the potions, after waiting maybe 5 minutes to get like 30 Wither Skeletons, I would only level up maybe from 50 to 70 really fast, but then as you get higher and higher, it starts going really slow. So I looked up the Prominence wiki, and they said they had a guide on how to get a lot of experience, the most experience you can get at once. And one of the things it said is, oh, if you use the golden hook, that increases experience dropped by creatures. Then they said there's also an armor set you can make to increase the drops as well, the Soul Dancer set. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll craft this as well, because if you take a look here, Soul Dancer, they have the bonus Soul Dancer Experience and Soul Dancer Grace. So I thought, oh, okay, so if I get that, I'll be able to get more experience. And then, to do it further, you can see the trim, the white. You can put a nether quartz trim to increase experience as well. So I thought, okay, cool, that sounds easy enough. I'll make the armor set. Let me grab this right here. I'll make the armor set. Drink a potion of ancient knowledge 2 for the 1600% experience. And then I'll just go kill some wither skeletons. And if you take a look, let's see if there's some skeletons there or not. So we'll let them respawn for a second. So I thought, okay, so with all of this equipped... Oh, let me grab the golden hook. Arms, I think it goes... Yeah, replace the turtle bracer. I made these a while ago. They're actually really useful. Let me show you these. These are actually insane items that I saw on the wiki. You only need iron ingots and scute. And it gives you a 30% chance for damage received to be mitigated by 35%. I'm not sure how it stacks. It says plus 30%, so I believe with 2, it's a 60% chance to negate damage by 35%. I think that's how it works. So now we have some wither skeletons. So I was doing this yesterday, and I thought, okay, so how much more experience will this get us? Right now, when I drink this, I get maybe 20 levels of experience. There's, if we count the arms, there's maybe 4, well, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like 5 to 7 wither skeletons. You drink this potion, oh, and also on the sword, has Knowledge of the Ages, Looting, Scavenger. What that does, Knowledge of the Ages converts all drops into experience. Looting makes the drops roll again, and Scavenger increases the drops as well. Then the only enchant on the armor is Bag of Souls, which also increases the amount of experience you get. Bag of Souls 3 is the max. So I thought, okay, how much experience will this get us? You put all of this together, and look how much experience you get. We're at 234. It does take a little bit to defeat all the skeletons because they have resistance and 85 health, and I'm an archer. But look how much our experience is going to grow from 234 to 370. It's insane. And I thought if I checked here, it would show you. Yeah, here, so this is showing dropped experience, but only showing the modifier from the potion. So it's not showing anything else. And I think what's increasing it the most, honestly, is Knowledge of the Ages, converting all drops into XP. Because Wither Skeletons can drop the sword, the skull, coal, and bones, I believe. So they have a lot of drops. And just putting it all together gives you so much experience. It's insane. Put that back on here. So we're going to be all set for on experience for a while, because I got all the enchantments I really needed. If you take a look at our armor here, we have magic protection, multi-roll, projectile protection, and protection. I could have put blast protection and fire protection, but I didn't think it was really that important. Actually, for the next boss, fire protection might have been useful. But I was looking on the wiki, and they didn't list the blast or fire protection as really needed, so I didn't think they'd be important. Along with this, acrobat. The boots I was able to put the most stuff on, which I found really funny. I was able to max that one out, because some of the other enchantments just wouldn't work. Like I thought Defiance, like this one seemed really good. Ignore flat damage every level, diminishing returns. But I can't put it on anything. So I'm not actually sure like where that goes. If I search Defiance, we click uses, it shows you could put it on armor, but I can't put it on my armor for some reason, which was really odd. And then we also maxed out our bow, so it now has bonus shot, chain reaction, dynamo, endless quiver, fuse shot, growing, power, ricochet, and smite. Smite is the odd one out. I only really needed smite for the next boss we're going to fight, being the Magus. And for the Magus, luckily, I do have the Hexblade, which will let us go to the Glass Ocean. I was wondering how exactly you do this. Luckily, it wasn't that difficult. If you take a diamond sword, and we grab some amethyst, we're going to need a block of amethyst. Can I break this into... No, I think I only need one. If you take a diamond sword, an amethyst shard, and a block of amethyst, you can make it into the Hexblade offering. Then, if you come out over here and right-click, it creates a portal to the Hexblade lands and summons these guys. They are friendly when you do this, so I think they'll also attack other mobs, but we need to kill them so we can get this item here, the Hexblade. Now they are walking around like they own the place, so we're just going to get rid of them real quick. And I think once you attack one, they do start to aggro, I think, but they're all pretty weak. See if we can get them. Kind of hard to hit. Their hitboxes are a little wonky, but we do one-shot them. And I think it's these purple guys that drop the sword. Let's collect their drops. There's just a couple left over. It's annoying that they don't... Oh, looks like they despawned pretty quickly. Okay, well the other one was over here. And he dropped another prismatic pearl. And that's where we get the Hexblade. Sometimes they drop it. The chance must not be too high. I'm sure if you have looting and scavenger as an enchantment, you can increase the odds. But I got it on my first try, so it shouldn't be that difficult. Now for the mage, he is a magician, so I have the amethyst bracer here, which will give us a 50% chance for spells received to deal 50% less damage. These are also easy to craft as well. You just take 2 amethyst shards and an iron ingot. So it's a pretty cheap investment. It's just something that will improve our... what's the word? Our survivability by quite a lot. And then I also equipped, where is that? The antidote vessel. So that should help with any negative effects as well. So without further ado, we're going to summon the Hexblade portal and enter the Glass Ocean. That's not how you do it. If you put it in the ground, it stops those guys from showing up. Task completed. Visit the glass ocean. Advancement made. Oshite oshite yo. Enter the glass ocean. Huh. Nothing really here. And there's no quest for it either, so I guess the only thing... What would be the point then? You can't break the ground, so the really only thing we can do is use the Prismatic Pearl to summon the next boss, which is going to be... Magus the Arc... Oh! Okay. I guess these guys get summoned while you're here. I did not realize that. Okay, did not realize those guys were going to spawn in the slightest. Let's see, can I sleep here with all the water? No. Anyways, we're going to have to summon the boss and see if we can take him out on the first try. Okay, see, we don't take too much damage, that's pretty good. But he still hits like a truck. I'm trying to use all our dodges to keep distance. But it looks like we are going to get defeated here. Nope, we got him just in time. Dodge those. And easy enough. Okay, so it looks like now that we've actually have good gear, we actually last more than a couple seconds fighting these guys. How do we leave though? Well, I guess we leave like that. Not sure how to leave otherwise. Let's see, what did he drop? The Ashes of the Stars, which is a necklace unidentified. A single facet contains the wisdom of countless disintegrated worlds. The Starforged trigger elemental novas on hit with a 1 second base cooldown and a 0.8 coefficient, requires runes. I have no idea what that means. Crystallize Omniscience, an unidentified hat. The Magus robe. And it looks like that's it. Interesting stuff. So I'm guessing that now that we have the really good gear, and I had those bracers, that's why we took so less damage this time, which is pretty efficient. What do I see? Oh, it's the armor stand. I was like, what is that? I was like, what is that on my minimap? But anyways, so that boss is now defeated. Give us another 3 Cinderstone trophies and an infused Molten Remnant. Leads into Path to Corruption, the All-Seeing Eyes. To summon the last Herald, you'll have to go through their own dark magic. You should make a weapon born of true corruption, the Dreadtide, to get yourself mad to attract the dark thoughts from the void, the All-Seeing Eyes. We'll need 4 of them for the ritual. While you do this, I'll find more knowledge on the ritual. Just beware, don't fall into madness, as there's no going back. Obtain 4 ominous eyes from the All-Seeing Eyes, and Dreadtide. How do we make that? Let me change out my gear to the turtle bracers. And I'm guessing these were really useful. 50% less damage is really good. And that guy was more of a melee fighter, so I think if you play a melee class, you could do a lot better. Let's go ahead and sleep through the night. And honestly, the best enchantment I think we could have gotten on our armor is the multi-roll. VI is what, 6? Because you can see on the bottom left we have a lot more rolls. And then I think it's long-footed. Yeah, long-footed is on the boots, which goes all the way up to, I believe that's 7. Which means we can roll extremely far like this. Which is really useful for dodging a lot of stuff. Whereas before we would dodge maybe like a couple blocks one time. Now we can roll extremely fast many times, which makes combat way easier to survive. If I had this for the Eldritch Eye, I think we could actually dodge the stuff because I could just roll so many times now. Now, we do need to craft Dreadtide, so let's see what that is. Dreadtide is going to take 4 Aberration's Hearts, an Empowered Remnant, a Runic Twin Blade, and 3 Runic Tablets. And to make the Runic Twin Blade, we need a Runic Tablet, a netherite twin blade, and a diamond. I think we have this. We should be able to make this right now. Because I think we picked up a lot of tablets during our travels. Let's see here. Okay, so they're all going to be in here. This one, netherite twin blade. We'll take a diamond twin blade. Nether tablet. There's too many items. Smithing. There you go, upgrade. Netherite. Netherite twin blade. And now to turn it into the dread thingamabob. Oh, we have to turn it into a runic twin blade, so we need a diamond and the runic tablet. We have 6. I think this is barely enough. Greater power, swiftness, chance on hit to increase the wielder's move speed for the duration. And now that we have this, we need 3 runic tablets, 4 aberration hearts, did I spell it wrong? We only have 1 aberration. And these guys drop from the creatures in the end. So we're going to need 3 more of these. Then we also need an empowered remnant, which comes from smelting any unique sword. Luckily we have quite a lot in supply. They're all really cool though. Yeah, I guess we could do the staff. I don't really care for the magic staff. Which will give us the empowered remnants. And then we'll just need 3 more aberration hearts, which says it rolls 1 time. So if I add looting to this guy, we should be able to do it pretty easily. Floating dreadthorn. What's a dreadthorn? I don't think I made that in Botania. So let's see, we have our queen bee. We're just going to have to go fight some aberrations. We could also use the void hourglass, but we might as well do this first. So let's head into the End Islands. And we're going to head... Where is it? Over here, the Primordial Abyss. Now it said it rolls 1 time. I'm not sure what the chance is though. We killed quite a lot of these guys before, but they didn't drop too many. I mean, I think we only got one from the quest, now that I think about it. Ah, it's over here. Yeah, I think we only got it from the quest. And we killed 50 of them. Unless I have an extra one somewhere? No. Well, the sword... Oh, no, I can't use the sword because it has Knowledge of the Ages. I could make another bow and just put scavenger and stuff on it. That might be smarter to do. I don't necessarily have to use Orion here to do this. Let's see. The world is still loading because I can't open my backpack. Okay, grab the Gale Force. Do this, and we want looting. I'm out of looting? Or can I not put looting on a bow? Huh, I guess I can't put looting on a bow. Huh, I guess not. I wonder, why can't you put looting on a bow? That's so weird. No, I can see a bow right there. Oh, that's not a bow, that's a warglaive. Huh. Okay, well I wasted my time. Well, if I can't do that, then I'm just gonna have to increase experience. I could make a sword that has looting and do it like that. Pretty annoying. Because I'm teched for bow damage. Anyways. Interesting. Can I put looting on this guy? Looting, I can. Scavenger. We'll do unbreaking. Sharpness. What else? Smite? Is Smite good against those guys? We could do Flame. Let's see. Deal damage relative to their health, that's probably good. Deal extra damage. Chance to deal AoE. Steal heat exploding, probably not good. Fire aspect. Yeah, that's probably fine. Alright, looks good to me. So that should make it easier to get the drop. Although, with how things scale to our level, everything dies really slow when we use a sword, which is really annoying. But as you can see, our bow is now doing crazy damage with all the correct enchants on it. And the Magus wasn't too difficult of a boss. His gimmick though was pretty annoying. If you didn't notice, we actually would have defeated him a lot faster, but he has a gimmick in that depending on the color of his robe, you're supposed to deal that specific type of damage to him. And is this where we need to be? Primordial Abyss. This is not a great one, but I guess it'll work. In that you need to deal elemental damage that is the same as the robes he's wearing. To deal more damage. So normally you can only deal like 5% of his health per elemental thing, but if you enchant your other weapon with Smite, it just lets you ignore that. Aberration Heart. Is that the same one we had? Aberration Limbs. So even with these enchantments, it seems like the heart is a pretty rare drop. Yeah, we have 12 limbs and no hearts. Is there another way to get the heart? Am I spelling it wrong? Oh, it's 1B, 2 Rs. Huh. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. They both say 1.0 roll, but it's not dropping. Unless there's a specific way it has to drop, maybe? Let me do a quick Google and see. Maybe there's something specific about making it drop. Alright, after a quick Google, it seems like it's just a really, really low % chance, even with scavenger and looting. So I guess we'll just be here a while. Alright. We're done. 4 aberration hearts. We only had to take out a lot of them. Like 80 of them. Which I think is above average, luck-wise. So I think that means... Oh, I left the Empowered Remnant at the base. Let's head back home. Grab that. And now we can craft the Dreadtide. No, I can't. Now I can. Dreadtide, a corrupted relic. Unique effect, Void Caller. Passively generates stacks of Void Cloak, increasing attack speed and reducing incoming damage by 10% per stack. Taking damage removes a stack. Max of 1 stack per 20 corruption. On right click, release your Void Cloak and send Eldritch Energy toward the nearest enemy, dealing rapid damage. Wielding this weapon inflicts you with corruption over time. Task completed, make the Dreadtide. Now to summon it, you'll have to make the weapon, get yourself mad to attract the dark thoughts from the void, the all-seeing eyes. We'll need 4 of them for the ritual. So I need to make this make me go crazy. Void Hunger. Void Cloak. Am I invisible? I don't look invisible. So how exactly does this work? Void Hunger 4, Void Hunger 5. Okay, the longer I hold this, the more the Void Hunger is increasing. Okay, it's still going up. Do I have to be in the end to summon the thing? Okay, as soon as I put the bow down, the Void Hunger decreased. Huh. You know, it's not quite clear what it means. All-seeing eye. Let's see. Ominous eye drops from the ominous eye in the Eldritch End. So maybe I have to be in the end for it to work. See, let's try it. Probably not a good biome to do this in with all the Endermen, but I think we'll be fine. I'm just waiting for something to happen. Waiting to see some eyeballs show up. Because so far, nothing is happening. Void Hunger 10. It's still increasing. And it reset. I'm not actually sure what we're supposed to do here. Make a weapon born of true corruption. The Dreadtide will get you mad enough to attract the dark thoughts from the void. The all-seeing eyes will need 4 of them for the ritual. To the wiki. I love the power of the internet. Okay, so I figured out what we have to do. 1, they said go to the Historian Wastes because Endermen spawn in 2 great numbers elsewhere. And this is what you want to see, this corruption. And you can see all-seeing eyes show up at 50. So if I start holding this, you can see corruption starts to grow. And they said it takes about 30 seconds. Shift for more info. You take 10% damage from all sources You take 10% extra damage from all sources except corruption. 25. While in combat, tentacles can appear from the ground with a 23% chance every 30 seconds. 40 is corruption starts affecting your vision. You start seeing everything with a slight purple tint that increases your corruption. 50. Every 30 seconds, ominous eyes have a chance to hunt you while in combat. So we have to get up to 50 corruption and then be in combat. And then every 30 seconds an ominous eye will spawn. At 70, you do 15% less damage from all sources except corruption, and at 100, The madness starts to consume you, making you take 15% of your max health as true damage every second. Interesting. Because they had said corruption abilities before, but I didn't see what they were. So you're basically towing a fine line between trying to keep your corruption high enough to use your abilities, but also keep it low enough that you don't get to 100 and then just die. So I guess we just gotta wait here until we get up to All-Seeing Eyes, and then we gotta enter combat, which is taking quite a long time. Looks like we're getting like 1 corruption every 3 seconds. So as long as I hold the bow, we should be fine. And then we have to enter combat, so we should just be able to shoot one of these Endermen. Oh, I thought it was a bow, but it is like a glaive. That makes sense. Taking damage from a stack, you get 1 stack per corruption. Okay, there's the purple effect, Madness Within. Wielding this weapon inflicts you with corruption over time. So we're almost there. But I have to stay up above 50 because we'll start losing corruption when I don't use this. So once we hit like 60 corruption, I can enter combat, and then we have to slay how many? We need 4 eyes. Okay, the All-Seeing Eyes is active. We're at 50. 52. We have the Purple Void. If I swap out, how fast does it go down? 54. Huh. I wonder why it was going down before. Anyways, let's enter combat. And we lost all corruption. Why did it drop all the way down? Because that's going to be annoying. I'm going to have to fight in melee with the Dreadtide then. %, every 30 seconds you have a 50% chance to spawn one that haunts you while in combat. Well, let's go down, and I guess we're playing the waiting game. Oh, okay, they're spawning. Cool. They are a little annoying, though. They're like Vexes. Use the bow. Interesting, though, it did say you have to be in combat, but these guys just spawned of their own volition. 57. But it does not look like any dropped. So I guess we just have to wait, and I don't see the drop on my mini-map, unless the purple is the drop. It could be it. Nope, just experience. So I just have to wait every 30 seconds to spawn Ominous Eyes. And it says while I'm in combat, but nothing's really happening. Let me start smacking these guys, because we just need 4 of the drops to spawn. Well, I guess it's just a waiting game. Alright, perfect. We have double the amount we needed. Cool beans. Oh, I'm still corrupted. Whoops. I wonder why sometimes it takes longer for it to go away than others. But anyways, that's done. Give me my molten remnants. Next, Path to Corruption, the Ritual of Damnation. I have found one of the lost pages of the Necronomicon. This should help you with the ritual. The Necronomicon also states that this ritual has to be done in the Primordial Abyss. So we're going to need the Eldritch Pedestal, which is a summoning altar, 4 Abysmal Pedestals, 16 black candles, and build it like so. You put the candles on the altars, and it will lead into the Faceless One. At the heart of the Void's influence, the Primordial Abyss, you may summon the Herald of the Void, the grunting, faceless being with its dark ritual by breaking the heart of an aberration on the middle. Beware, just weaken it and I'll attempt to bring it down to Vaz to trap it for eternity. The fate of the realms is on you. Said we need a heart. Do I have an extra? I do not. And how do we make the other things? Eldritch and Pedestal. At Eldritch. That's not an at symbol. At Eldritch. Pedestal. Aberration limbs, the eyes, pedestal, and some chains. I don't think I have any chains on me right now. Or iron, for instance. But that's pretty easy. We have the aberration limbs to craft that. So let's head back to the overworld. So we need 4 of these pedestals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna need this guy, which will need some chains. Let's make that. Then we're just gonna need 16 black candles and the heart. We have white candles. Where can I get a bunch of black candles? Black dye and a candle. Black dye comes from wither roses, ink sac, shadow plants, snake tongue, black petals, dried black tea. We're gonna need a bunch of candles. How do I even make a candle? String and honeycomb. How much honeycomb do I have? 5. Can I make honeycombs? With an apple press masher. I can make that. This one, that one, this one, that one. We need a barrel. Like so, like this. That one, that one. Make an iron trap door. This. That one, this one, that one, this one. Where's the barrel? Oh, I didn't make the barrel. That's why. Make the barrel. Smasher. Apple press. And that'll work. Cool. So this episode has already gone on pretty long, mostly because I had to spend a lot of time farming, so I'm going to have to end it here. But the setup for next episode and the boss should be pretty easy. We already have... I was about to say we already have the pedestals, except I didn't make one. So that's 4 of these. Pedestal. Like so. I'm going to have to farm the Eldritch Abominations a lot to get the heart, because I believe that's what it said, right? Break the heart of an aberration on the middle. So I'm going to have to do a lot of farming to get another heart, but then we'll be ready to summon the Faceless One, the Heart of the Void. And I'm your host, Hamas28, and I'll see you guys next time.